Are you tired of people always telling you what they think you want to hear? If you want truly good advice, take it from me. Ask an asshole. Hit up Aaron Clary at assholeconsulting.com. A link is in the description.
Hello everybody, this is Terrence Popp from Redonkulous.com from the Lair. And today I got a really good request, and it's long overdue. Somebody requested that I do a basically warning / safety briefing for the young dudes out there between 14 and 24. So we're going to do that right now, because you guys, if you're younger than 18, you're 14 today or this year, you got 4 short years before you're 18 and you're eligible for an adult cross-eyed beatdown. Okay? The world is merciless, it has no compassion, and you are completely expendable. You must come to terms with this. All right, we're going to start off right here. Number 1, you're young and you're stupid. Not because you are, defunct in your brain, you just don't have enough experience. You suffer from youthitis. Now, I have to say, sometimes it can be fatal, but usually you work your way through it and you do just fine. So it's self-correcting after a certain amount of time. Okay, number 2, wisdom is the most important asset that a man can possess. And more often than not, it is also the most expensive, because you learned by your own mistakes. The wise man learns through the mistakes of others, and the fool learns from his own. So stop being the fool. When you become an adult at 18, you are an inexperienced piece of meat. All right? You're going into the world, leaving the safety of your home. There is no safe spaces. There is no compassion. It is brutal, merciless, and filled with evil, death, and pain. All right? I'm not sugarcoating shit for you. That's the way the world works. All right? I have been all over this globe. I've served through 3 wars and almost lost my life in 2. All right? I have looked into the eyes of world champions and the vilest killers you can imagine, and I'm still here because I laughed in their faces because they tried to teach me lessons which death could not. All right? That's the way it is. That's what you're looking forward to. Now, I'm trying to do this video without having a lot of swear words, so I'm going to have to use the code to talk around the swear words a lot. You can check out that episode. It's called Popular Mechanics.
Do you know that unless you're willing to use the R rating, you can only say the F word once?
You kidding me?
No. You know what I say? Fuck that.
But when you walk out in the real world, reality wants to give you the peg D to your slot B, okay? Figuratively and literally. Just that simple. Number 4, and this one's going to be hard to swallow.
That's what she said.
When you go through times of trouble and discord, and they will happen to you, all right? If you are alive, you are not going to have the Prince ending where you win all your games, you bang the prom queen, and you win the lottery and get $10 million. All right, you're gonna have hard times. All right, now prepare yourself for this simple truth. When those hard times come upon you, people that you thought had your back will betray you. You need to come to terms with that right now. All right, if you have one dude or one person in your life that has your 6 that'll help you move a body and not ask any questions, you're a wealthy man. Number 5, beware the snare of women. I understand you're young, the pussy is new, it is thrilling, it's exotic, and you absolutely crave it 24/7. I got it. I rode that wave all the way into the beach, and I know how it ends. All right, now listen, and listen closely. Do not allow a woman to navigate your life. All right? I can't tell you how many times I ran into guys who are on the way to do great and powerful things, and they get hooked up with a chick, and she says, "What about me? You know, what about you have to take care of me?" Now listen, it's not about them, it's about you. You're the one living the life, all right? If you have a woman in your life that tries to sway you from your goals, tries to stop you from your pursuits, you need to cut that woman away because she's toxic. There are thousands, if not millions of people who are now in graves that could have been great, outstanding people, and they got steered wrong by the power of the pussy. Well, hell, Eve got Adam to eat the apple when he was told specifically by the dude who breathed the life into them not to do it. So what is that telling you?
Why are some women so fucking vile and bitchy and nasty? Sorry, just gotta get it out there.
Follow your goals and don't allow anyone to stop them, period. All right, number 6. Some of you guys, I know you're caught in this whole web of thinking with your dicks, your dick thinking, okay? That goes on to about 34. It's real bad from 14 to 24, all right? Maintain your power. Never give it away. Now, if you get into a relationship with a woman, there will be some compromise, okay? But if you're the one that's always doing the compromising, you are being led astray.
And you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here?
A lot of ladies out there are going to get upset when I say this, but it's absolutely true, and I've seen it all over the world. It doesn't matter the language, race, color, or creed. They all do the same shit, okay? Maybe there's 3% of them out there that don't, and maybe they're out there, but I can't afford to look for them because, you know, I've already been fucked up on this journey of life when I got divorced. So, listen up. Women, by nature, will always look for the better deal, the greener grass. The minute you stumble, they will cut you away. Don't be hurt or broken by this. Accept it and move on. Because later on, while you're still going up, you're going to see these women coming down once they hit the wall. All right, they're going to monkey branch up so far, they hit the wall, and you watch them, you know, go down, and, you know, they'll date a felon and a child molester, wind up, you know, dating crackheads or whatever the fuck they're doing. Because when it's the truth.
That's a no-brainer.
These women that you see going down, don't feel sorry for them. Because they didn't feel sorry for you. They didn't show you any mercy or compassion. And most of all, they did this to themselves. What are you going to do? Number 8, and this is another bad. Women by nature like to lie and deceive. Don't get mad about it. Just accept that is the nature of the beast. That is half the battle. If you can accept the fact that even your own mother will lie or manipulate you using guilt or whatever tactics they have, that's half the battle. So basically, you put a bubble up. No one comes in that bubble and touches the controls in your mind. It doesn't matter what they fucking say, all right? They can lie, they can do whatever that. You already know. You already know that shit's gonna go fucking south and they're gonna, oh, god damn it, I'm swearing. Damn it! All right, let's do this again.
In a society where the deck is increasingly stacked against men, the best chance at a life worth living is to escape the cubicle war. Ditch that soul-sucking job and never look back. Pick up corporate land on Amazon.com today. A link is in the description.
I get so worked up over this, man. This is so important that these young guys know that when they get to 18 and they get in the real world, they're gonna be mauled. Mauled. I've seen it thousands of times. And it would be nice if somebody said, hey, before you go out that final door when you're 18, here's a list of stuff you gotta look out for because it's gonna rip your god darn head off. You're gonna get mauled. All right, and also, with number 8, you need to be wary of some of these women who like to lie and deceive. You will wind up getting, you know, sexual assault charges, maybe a false rape allegation, and if you're in college and that happens, even if you're proven innocent by the police, they can still throw you out under Title IX and ruin your academic career. Who wants that? I don't. All right, number 9. There are more forces operating against you because you're young and inexperienced than just women. A lot of these corporations love to give these students student loans. You get a degree in some crap that you don't need. You wind up owing like 45 grand. I did a video about it, where I broke it down, mathematically, because they want to have their hooks into you, so you'll pay interest on that money basically forever or up to 30 years. It's the same thing with credit cards. That money is not free. That money is usually attached to a 25% interest rate because they want to get their hooks in you. Every time a hook gets in you, that's more power that you lose. All right? It becomes the death of 1,000 paper cuts.
Hey, I tell you what, you can take a good look at a butcher's ass by sticking your head up there, but wouldn't you rather take his word for it?
Now, there's another one that annoys me. Car notes. Listen, if you're in college, you don't need a car note. All right? You don't need that debt hanging over your head. Because guess what? You buy the car for $6 grand. By the time you pay it off, you've paid almost $9,000 or $10,000 to include the principal and interest. Who needs that? Drive a hoopty. Learn how to fix a car. Change a tire. There's all kinds of crazy stuff at the auto supply stores that you can do to patch up a hoopty and keep it rolling. That's what I did. Hell, my cars were so jacked up, I didn't even lock them. I would leave them for weeks in the parking lot when I go do missions, and a sign on the dashboard that says, please don't break the glass. There is nothing of value in this car, and if you wish to steal it, go ahead. Nobody ever took me up on the offer. Hell, nobody even messed with my cars. They were that bad. But that's what you have to do.
You just gotta keep living, man.
As a dude, don't you ever co-sign for anybody. Not even your son, if you should have one down the road. Don't do it. All right, you're just setting yourself up for failure. All right, we're going to talk about drugs, alcohol, and tobacco.
They're not for sale.
Name your price.
She can't have one.
Who says I can't?
The man with a funny hat.
I want one.
First of all, usually it starts off with something really small. Your friends be like, oh, just have a drink. Oh, it's just a puff of marijuana. You're on edge. Here's a cigarette. It starts off a little bit at a time until it becomes a habit that you can't break. I don't know, in New York, cigarettes are like $15 to $18 a pack, and people are buying 2 packs a day. Where are they getting this money? I don't know. They're motivated to do it. It's crazy. But let's do the math here, okay? So say you have an $18 a day cigarette habit. That's $505 a month. You have a $250 car payment. You like to smoke your marijuana. That's going to run you about $620 a month unless you grow it yourself, and you want to take all that risk. You probably run through $200 to $400 worth of booze because buying drinks for chicks is not cheap, and hell, if you buy it by the bottle, it's still expensive. And let's throw in the credit card in there. Say you have a $60 a month minimum. Add that all up, and what do we get? That's $1,835 a month, or $458 a week. That means you have to work full time at $12 an hour, 40 hours just to support all of those bad habits. And you haven't even paid for your apartment. You haven't paid for food, clothing, or entertaining a woman.
Come on, 22 black. 22 black. 22 black. Ass, son of a bitch. Not you.
What are you going to do? I mean, $12 an hour is not a bad wage for somebody without a college education just starting. So good luck finding that. It's very tough. All right, and finally, the key to life when you're young and stupid is you must have situational awareness. You must know what's going on around you. You need to be wary of everyone that you interact with and try to figure out what their motivation is. And you need to do everything in moderation. Because if you overdo it, it'll bite you in the ass. Not some of the time, not part of the time, but all the time. Eventually, if you don't use moderation, you're going to hammer yourself in the slot B. In the real world, there aren't safe spaces. And everything out there wants to take a bite out of your ass. You need to know that up front, because once you turn 18, you can get the big man beat down. You can get thrown in jail. You can get shot. You can get beat to death. You can get run over if you want to stand in the road and protest. All right? The real world is fucking cruel. I swore again. God darn it. I guess Blake's going to have to beep it out. Now, this is going to happen at your college, your friends, girlfriends, women you date, everything. They all want to take a piece of your ass. So be wary. And when you get out, you turn into an adult, don't be like in a rush to get there. Because I'm going to tell you honestly, if I could, I'd go back to 17 again and stay there forever. Because I didn't have to any bills. I stayed at home. There was food. I'd hang out with my buddies, girlfriends, whatever. I had no responsibilities, and it was great. But now, I'm talking to you from the Lair, trying to give you a piece of life advice. All right, anyway, that's me. Young guys out there, just watch your asses, because nobody else is going to do it for you. And if you are fortunate and you have a friend that you could trust with your life who has your six, you're a wealthy man. So enjoy that, and you take it easy. Out.